Hello, YouTubers. Hello, subscribers. I hope that you had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I did. It was Memorial Day weekend here, so it was a holiday, and so my husband had off today, which was really great. And we were able to go swimming with Little Bit. He is so patient and good with her. I don't know. I was so blessed with a wonderful husband. I am so blessed. Anyway, kisses to all of you, and thank you for your support and your love. It means so much to me. Listen, I was not even going to come on. I was going to just wait until tomorrow, but this couldn't wait. I had to get it out. And so it's a lot. It's a lot going on with Meghan and Harry. It always is. And the reason why I say that is because just a couple, 2 days ago, they were in a car chase with Doria in New York City. Yeah, that stupid stuff. And now you're hearing strong, very strong information about separation. And it's apparent, it's all over the place. It started in January, one of the reporters said. I said that was after Spare. And I remember them coming out with a statement saying that Meghan was not happy with how the book turned out, or Meghan was not happy about how the book was received, or she wasn't happy about the book. And it made it seem like to me that she wasn't happy about the book, and she wasn't happy with Harry. She was upset with Harry. She did not tour with him during that book. She did not tour with him. She did not go on those interviews and sit in the audience and support her husband. No, instead, Meghan was at home blaming him, being upset with him and calling him and yelling at him and doing all kinds of nasty stuff to him. Yes. Telling him this is his fault. He's the one that wrote the book, and you put that in the book, and you said this in the book. And so then it became Harry's fault that their popularity isn't any good anymore. It's not Meghan's fault. And I can't believe, this is what I don't believe. I don't believe Harry is wanting a divorce. I don't. For the life of me, I don't think Harry is waking up to anything. I think something has happened to where she's kicking him out. She's flushing him out, I would say. Flushing. She doesn't support him. She didn't support the coronation. She was never going. And maybe Harry was sitting around hoping and wishing she would change her mind, or hoping his dad would allow her to do those requests so she could go with him. He was by himself. He was alone. And you know what the Success Squad said? No, they were upset with Harry because he went. What kind of squad is that? Listen, if you can't give me good advice, or advice that, because I would listen. I would listen to some of these channels and be like, ooh, is that me? Oh, Jesus. No. She's in denial. But my point is, I forgot what I was saying. This is my introduction. I'm going to try to get to my points without overgoing with Meghan, because how is any of this Harry's fault? It wasn't his idea to come to the United States, was it? To Montecito, Paparazziville? The Oprah show? Oh, okay. So Harry was in it all along with Meghan to go on the Oprah show. He helped plan it. He helped write notes. No. Some of you hold Harry more responsible than Meghan, and I get it, because he should know better, and he should know better. leaving who? And see, that's why it took me a minute. I was like, I don't want to talk to my subscribers yet because I want to know who's leaving who. And I said, I still don't have that. But for the most part, I feel like I'm on the right track and that she's pushing him out because she blames him for everything. And I don't know why she thinks that if she pushed him out, that it's going to make her popularity better. I don't think that listen, everything that Meghan does is strategic and she does it for her reasons and her reasons only. And it is not going to be something stupid like, oh, no, it's major. She is blaming him. Why wouldn't she? She does it all the time. Why is Harry different from the rest? What? Why is Harry exempt from her wrath? From her? Huh? How? He's not innocent either. No. And trust me, I'm sure he's feeling it now because he has no one. She left him with no one. She left Harry with nothing. No father, no brother. Where's Harry's friends? Harry is in a foreign country trying to figure out what the hell is going on with this woman he married after she promised she would love him forever and all this other stuff. And I believe he's over there fighting for his marriage because where the hell is Harry going? Let me tell you where I got my receipts from. Someone else thinks the same thing I'm thinking. So once I get that going, then I can come on here and talk to you guys. It's just a reporter. I'm going to read what she said. It's going to blow your mind. That's the introduction. How Harry has gotten played and played and played by this woman over and over and over again, and how she is not done eating him alive. If there is a divorce, because they might reconcile, who knows? They might be getting counseling. So this conversation could be obsolete or postponed. I would beg to differ, postponed. She's got WME by herself. Harry wasn't in that brochure. He wasn't in that magazine as her accessory and what he was going to do. And maybe Meghan isn't ready for everybody to know right now that she's leaving Harry. Maybe she's waiting for her brand to kick off, but that was just New York City was a setback. Because when she got on there and introduced her new nose and did the Laker thing and did the, on the mountain, and then, what else did she do? The New York City. The New York City moment may have gotten her noticed if she hadn't appeared off with the shenanigans. And then when the shenanigans came, here we go. Why? Does she wants to say that was Harry because he can't deal with the lights and, I'm trying to do my career and, what? What's her story? Because one, I can't wait to read it to you. So this is on Don Wooden. One reporter says it's like a snowball effect from January when Spare came out and they were kind of more separated than, they seem. I'm reading as she's talking. She said before January, they were like thick as thieves. They were like this. She said, but after the Spare in January, everything started going downhill. And she said that's when people started noticing. That's when people kind of started separating lives. And yeah, that was the thing. So that's when that hotel started happening. And yeah, it was the beginning of the end. Spare. And she said after that, then you have the hotel. He's staying there. And Harry comes back out and says, no, he's not. No, why? You trying to not let us know that there's trouble? There's trouble. Like the lady said, she says, we're just waiting on an official announcement. That's what she said. She said, we're just waiting on an official announcement because I doubt it very seriously if Meghan would decide to, I'm just going to say it because reading it ain't going to do it. And the other lady goes in and she says, well, what's going to happen with Harry is if he doesn't get deported, because I heard that Joe Biden is holding on and blocking some stuff from the Heritage Foundation to find out about if Harry lied on his visa. Jeez. They're digging. They said that they were doing it. And then it may take a while. But they're doing it. But the point is that she was saying, well, she mentioned that if Harry's deported, Meghan is not likely to follow him. She said, that's not likely to happen. Now, is it? She says, because that is pretty much, that's a done deal. I gotta read the part. She said, I know Harry is going to try like heck to try to make the relationship work. He has nowhere to, she said, he has no place at home to go to. And he doesn't want to leave his kids. And he doesn't have a choice. He needs to make this work. That's what she said. I believe it. I believe it because I said it. I was like, that's why I keep saying that Meghan's wrong and she needs to make this work. Because he fell in love with her. He gave it all up for her. He did all this stuff for her. And now she gets to say, I don't want to do it anymore. No. Let me tell you something. Americans is going to frown upon that. I know it. I'm one of them. I'm one of them that is already gearing up to when she fixed her lips to start doing crazy stuff to Harry, because that's next. Blaming and it's going to get ugly. Can you imagine it being going smoothly unless King Charles? That'd be the only way, because she will never fight clean. And oh my God, she is not letting Harry even look at them kids. If Meghan allows him to have custody at all. She's been keeping notes, doing things, and she's going to go in on Harry. Then she goes on and she says, Harry wants all this. He's trying, he wants that, he's doing that. Because that's why he came to the United States, to live a private life with Meghan. It has been nothing but private, Harry. Has it? Has it been private? You've been on the Oprah show. You wrote a book, and then you got on a therapy session. And let me tell you something. If Eric comes home and tells me, listen, they want us to do a therapy session, I was like, no, honey, I don't think that's a good idea. Let's don't do the therapy session. Let's let them have that one. No. Okay. Whatever Harry does, he gets permission from her first. He's not going to do, he sounds like her. He talks like her. He has conformed himself over to her. None of y'all recognize Harry. You don't recognize Harry. None of you can, I promise you, you can tell me you don't recognize him. That this isn't the Harry. That Harry has gone through something tragic. That wasn't the Harry you know in that taxi. No, Harry hasn't been the same since. Look how she's eating his life up. Eating it. And we're watching it. He doesn't do anything without her permission. He doesn't do anything without Meghan. And so all the demands, how was she able to ask for the demands if it wasn't from Harry? And do you honestly think Harry wants to be on a balcony? Point in case, when he went home, he could have got on the balcony. It's his home. He's still a part of that family, that home, and that institution, as much as Meghan tried to just break it. And you can't tell me she was excited about her husband going over there because she didn't want him to go. I don't believe it. And then that BS that's coming out about Archie misses his grandfather. What the? This is what I'm going to say about that. Charles has met Archie. Excuse me. Archie has met. Charles has met Archie once. He doesn't talk on the phone to Archie. He doesn't know what Archie's favorite ball is, his favorite book, his favorite toy. He don't know anything about Archie. And Archie doesn't know anything about Charles. Because Archie didn't meet Charles, because Archie was a baby, just opening up his eyes, trying to see the world. And so when Charles got the opportunity to meet little Archie, he only met him once. And don't forget about Grandpa number 2 that has never seen. He hasn't even seen his daughter since she married the prince. Cut him out for some paparazzi crap. I don't know. But how is little Archie? That's that stupid stuff. That's stupid. If Archie was asking about Grandpa, then why didn't you get yourself up and get on the plane with your husband and get over there to that coronation and support your husband and his grandfather? You nasty girl, you. Disgusting. No, if you were scared to go over there to get booed, that's your fault, because you went over there lying. You came over here lying, talking about racism and stuff. You liar, you, because you lied on New York City 2 days ago. And so I don't believe nothing she says. She could say the sky is, listen, she could say someone is pointing a gun at my head and I would not believe her. That's how bad it is with this woman. She is she lies. And so when she get ready to divorce Harry, she will lie. And so all of a sudden, 5-year-old Archie know who Grandpa is. No, he does not know Charles. He hasn't even met Charles. And the time he did meet him, he was an itty bitty baby. And that probably will be, who knows if he got to see him again, because the opportunity was there and she didn't take it, but he misses. So you want him to come from his country and fly over here to see him? No, she's being stupid. And what about the other grandpa? I know he doesn't know Charles and he doesn't know your father. So are you showing him pictures of Thomas so he can ask for him too? Since he's saying, Papa, I want to see Grandpa, I miss him. What? That's what's that Meghan fantasy Hollywood movie she in? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And what was with the gold tie at the awards? It just looked weird. I would have asked him. I would have asked the security guard, wait a minute, why is your tie gold like my dress? And I probably would have said something like, I should have got my husband that. I just thought, moving on. So, nobody has met little Archie, and so she's running around lying about that. That's my thought. Okay, so let me just read it. I'm going to read what she said, even if I mess it up. She says, God, I think he's going to do everything to try and make that marriage work. I just wonder whether Meghan will reciprocate that. Might be the problem. She said, Meghan will reciprocate that. That might be the problem. In other words, that ain't gonna work. You know, she might be kind of over it. Over what? She said, you know, she might be kind of over it. Over the marriage? Over Harry? Over what? I want to ask her so bad, but she's just speculating like everyone else. But over what? What, Meghan, what could you be over with? I'll move on. Oh, over with and ready to, oh, she tells us. She says, you know, she might be kind of over it and ready to move on, and it's going to have, and he's going to have to stay close. He'll be so lonely if he comes over here, the UK. She was from the UK. At this point, he's lost his whole family. That's why I'm on here. That's why I came on here. Is because what she said. She first talks about how he doesn't want that. He doesn't want this divorce. And like I said, I've been waiting on some kind of that. And this is good enough. He doesn't want, that's not what Harry wants. Okay? He says he's trying really hard. He said, but that's not what, he says at this point, she said at this point, Meghan's not, is she reciprocating? That's the problem. That's the problem. And she just could be over it altogether. Over what? Over your marriage? Oh, okay. And then she goes on and she says, he'll be so lonely if he comes over here. He'll be lonely when he goes back to the UK. And so he meets this woman. He marries her. She flies him over here to the United States to live with her, okay, and their child. She gets on the Oprah show, and Harry allows her to say that his family was racist, and then goes on and on and on. Talks about Catherine, talks about his father, the security, and everything. That wasn't a problem. That wasn't an issue. That didn't mess up her brand. And so, no, because she's not blaming it on what she did. She's just blaming it on what Harry did. And that was Spare, because it started going downhill in Spare. But let's continue. But all the time she's been over here, she told Oprah that she wasn't going to do her brand. But she was with a couple of other agencies before WME, but now she's with them. But before we get to them, she's been on a magazine showing up. Her and Harry was going to be the boss couple over here. They were going to be Barbie and Ken of Montecito or whatever. And so Spotify hit, Vanity Fair, just one thing after another. And her pop, Netflix. Y'all didn't do Netflix together? He wasn't sitting on there when you bent down and pretended like you was curtsying? That was a disaster. You lied on there too. You are a part of his world. So whatever downfall y'all going through together, y'all going through it together, you caused the friction because Harry did everything that you told him to do. Didn't he get on the plane and come over here and step down as a prince? God, that was... I would say, no, you go. I'm not giving this up. No, this is... Harry should have told her at the time, this is my birthright. The kids, this is their birthright. No, now you're trying to take me from my birthright by coming over here, removing me from my location so you can start your brand. Yeah, but before they started their brand, they needed some money. And so they went on a bash fest at expense of his family, and he allowed her to do it. He agreed to it, yes. Whose idea was it? Whose idea was it? It wasn't Harry's idea to come over here to the United States and start bashing his... You cannot tell me that Harry was like, yeah, let's bash him. I can talk about this, I can talk about that, I can talk about this. No. Yes, I'm feeling sorry for Harry, especially when she gets through with him. Imagine. But, yes, he brought it on himself because he didn't listen. So, she does all this stuff. And now she's ready to go? Yeah, one of you said this. You said, it's probably a good idea that they're not together. And then I thought about it. I said, yeah, you're right. But I'm thinking about Harry. Because he gave up a lot more than she did. Because she was a nobody. So if you're not like that, she wasn't an A-lister like she wants to be. She didn't want to be global. Because she wanted this. How do you get there and then just crush it? How simple is it to just be nice? But no, now you want to run. Or whatever you're doing. It's crazy. Well, whatever you're doing, you're being very mean to the person that got you where you wanted to be. I think they got out of that taxi the other day is because Meghan told the security guard that they wanted to get into a taxi. And just like when they went around and didn't go out the door that the security guard suggested. So, and I probably said this already, so we're waiting on an official announcement. That's it. Separation or divorce, whichever. They're just waiting on it. I just don't think the U.S. is going to think. You have to say, ooh, and let me tell you, let me show you how it's not going to look good. The Sussex Squad. When you mention divorce to them or separation, they get highly upset with you. Harry's not going anywhere. They're not getting a divorce. It's like they're defending it. Like, seriously. Like they're defending it. They're not getting a divorce. You ain't got to get upset about it. You don't have to get mad at me because I said that they gonna break up. Like they get pissed off. You don't know. They're not, you know. That's how you know there's trouble. Because they get pissed. They get upset. Like, okay. You can say something about that award, they don't care. I don't know about the New York City chase, but just test it. But when they do get ready to split, it's going to be interesting to see the Sussex squad go after Harry. Yep. Because I believe the Sussex squad lives in the USA. And they are going to turn on Harry just like they turned on him when he went to the coronation. That's how I know you guys are backstabbers. What kind of friend are you guys? Just like Meghan. Maybe they can relate. Their marriage has been over for months ago, since January, since Spare. I put now she's done destroying Harry. She did. She treated him like, I wouldn't treat anyone like that. No one. I would never, ever turn I would never, ever say that, oh, your family's doing all this to me, Harry, and then have Harry turn against his family, whether he believed it or not. I believe he was brainwashed into thinking that. I believe that Harry, I knew that they were planning what they were going to do when they got here. I don't believe that Harry married her thinking that he was going to leave. Sorry. No. Oof. He married a liar. I wonder, did she make him out of one? I put this too. I said, is Harry to blame for the marriage? It's his fault it didn't work. It's Harry's fault that the marriage didn't work. No one's saying that. That ain't the headlines. I wonder what the headline... Irreconcilable differences. They realized that they weren't compatible after Tyler Perry vouched for them and said he just wanted to help two people in love. Be you. That no, Harry is not to blame for this relationship going to kaput. We were waiting on this. This was happening. This was coming. We knew whose fault this was going to be. And this was coming. Harry can't go back to the UK. That's over. He can go visit and stuff, but he's going to have to get him a little bungalow over here if they don't kick him out, because his kids is in Montecito. And that just doesn't register with me that he would get on a plane leaving his kids behind. It's not going to happen. Nope. And I just believe he would fight her, and he should, because those are his royal kids too. I believe she didn't want the royals to even look at Archie. I really do believe that. I think she was over there like this with him. My daughter's shoe. Remember when she was at that game, that polo match, and she had that ugly green dress, and she was holding Archie all funny and stuff, and I was like, oh, that ain't, well, I kind of hold, okay, anyway. But you know how kids see other babies and they want to play and stuff and be like, oh, can I see the baby? She didn't let Charlotte see the baby. She didn't let nobody see the baby. But nobody over there looking at the baby. We would have been tossing that baby around. When I had a little bit. Oh, God. We went, and it was right, like COVID was leaving and stuff, and we were wearing masks, and it was, And so they were meeting Kara and seeing her, and they were just tossing her from one hand to the next, just playing with her. Yeah, mama, sister, uncle, cousin, everybody had the baby. Yeah, that's what you do. My sister thought that I was going to be a Meghan. When it, like, oh no, you can't touch it. No. 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 Then her mom gets on there and says, that's her baby. It's not the institutions. You know what? Her mom made a stupidness out of herself on that docuseries. It's her baby. It's not the institutions. You know Meghan told her to say that? Ooh. Because right after that, Meghan starts talking and saying stupid stuff. Nobody wants the baby. Nobody, no, in that sense, no one, it's so stupid. The institution, it's not the institution's baby, it's her baby. Like Patty. And all I could think about is when I was in the hospital and how the nurses was trying to get me the hell out of there so they could get the bed to the next mother to be. As soon as you well, get out of here. Get your baby and get out and go home and take care of her. So I don't know what she means by that, it's the institution. Catherine wasn't going to take little Archie home. No, she wasn't going to let him. The institution. That's that dramatization, stupid stuff that Meghan says and have other people repeating. She had her mother was home rehearsing what she needed to say. Pure racism. So, Doria, I got a question for you, because now they're saying it's not racism. They're saying it's unconscious bias. So she says, it was just pure racism. And I'm like, oh, okay. Then Harry comes out with unconscious bias, and I would be pissed. I was like, you told me to say pure racism. Now you guys are I would just be like upset. I would be like, wait a minute. That ain't what we rehearsed. We rehearsed the racism. Like, no, she did. Look, they all look crazy. The whole story. Her whole fairy tale didn't work. And the love story. What happened? It's over already? What happened to the tree with the apples and the what happened to the whole thing? The whole Tyler Perry? What happened? Because they were two people in love, and you just wanted to see these two people in love just flourish and do whatever they wanted to do while they were trashing their families. Okay, that makes sense. I said, how is Archie missing any family member when he has been forbidden to even see or talk to them? She's got the kids hidden in Montecito. You can't see them. Like, there is just, and then when you do, you just see the back of their head or the side. Don't show them then. If you don't want people to see your kids, it's fine. Okay, guys, I'm out. That's it. Oh, that was a big laugh. Let me know what you think. I think that she's shady. And whether they should get a divorce or not, I think that there needs to be a better establishment with the kids and everything, because this doesn't look good. This doesn't look good. And he doesn't stay there. He's staying at a hotel. Why would you stay at a hotel, Harry? I'm going to say this and then I said it. But for those of you that haven't seen the video, when they went to that Lakers game, I said, it looked like she called him up from somewhere and said, hey, do you want to go out with me tonight and just do a date thing? And he said, yeah, sure. Because he's thinking they're working on the relationship. Do you think, because since January we haven't seen what do y'all call her? Meghan. We haven't seen her. She's been, ever since Spare came out. And so then you see little spurts. Oh, because remember the Ellen thing? Harry was on this side of the room and she was on the other side of the room. That was a spot. A sighting. But no, that relationship has been messed up, because when they're at the game, he just looks lost. Like he didn't realize that he was going that night, and all of a sudden she called him up. Like he was not prepared like that. It was weird. It didn't look. And everybody's saying that. Like everybody's looking at that video and saying, well, she didn't give him a kiss. I mean, what was I going to do? Send mixed messages to him? He's going to think that you guys are back in love? No. Harry felt like an idiot. He was waiting on the kiss. She is treating him so wrong. If he has to leave, why can't she leave? You get out. He came over here for you. He came to the United States for you. And now you're going to kick him out the home? Or make him leave or separate it some kind of way? Why don't she leave? This is her town. She knows California. She knows. Harry is he is not in this country, in a sense. And if you marry someone and then he comes and stay with you, but you kick him out, like he sacrificed all this for you, like come on. Made you a star overnight. Not a very good one, but... And then all of a sudden you're done. And then you tell him to get out and he's in your country. That's just rude. It's just, there's bedrooms over there and da-da-da-da. Just lock the door and I won't come in there messing with you. Or whatever. But you got to leave the premises? Why? Is she going to be blaming that he's on drugs and stuff? That stupid stuff? Were they in California? It's legal in California. Wait a minute. Wait a freaking minute. It is legal to take drugs in California. Yeah. They have these little stores. I think they're called dispensers, if I'm not mistaken. And you just walk right in. Mm-hmm. So why would Harry be considered illegal? But maybe it's, listen, I don't want to get into that. Please let's don't start that conversation. We're good. I don't care. I get it. He is in some trouble because he lied. That's why. Listen, have a nice night, guys. I hope this video finds you well. Let me know what you think about it. I just think that there's a lot to come. And if any United States person is like me, they're going to look at this and they're going to see like, oh, okay. So that is what she really wanted. It's over now. She's done. She's done with him. Because what has Harry been doing all this time? He has just been doing everything that Meghan has said. Has he done anything that he's liked that's been happy for him that he's... No.